Yes, people, how's it going? Welcome back to Lily White Lane and welcome to a match preview for Tottenham Hotspur's massive game this Sunday afternoon against Chelsea. It's Derby Day. It's a big game. It's a massive game. These are the games you look forward to as Spurs fans and the games that we normally turn up for, the Arsenals, the Chelseas, the West Hams. We normally turn up for the big Derby days. In saying that, we had a Derby day last weekend, and how did that turn out? But look, gotta be more positive. It's Saturday morning, gotta be a little bit positive about tomorrow. Do I think we'll win? If we play our cards right, potentially we could leave the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tomorrow with 3 points. And I'll give you reasons why I believe we can, right? We always seem to step up against the big teams like Chelsea. Always seem to step up. Now, our record against Chelsea at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is actually alright. We haven't done too bad against them. And I do think we can break them down if we work the game right. Now, injuries, it's going to play a massive factor. Whether Son's in or out, I still don't know. I haven't seen Nuno's press conference yet. And there's not been much said about it at all. There's not been much said about Heung-Min Son, whether he's going to be playing or not, in the papers or wherever. So look, let's just let's just pray, fingers crossed, Spurs fans, that Son is in the team. Because if Son's in that team, I do believe we can go on to win this game. Chelsea are a team who love to have the ball. They'll press, they'll constantly attack you. When they'll get their ball, they'll take their time with it. They really do take the time with their ball. They'll work a goal. And look, they're one of those teams that have so much possession because they're not going to risk giving the ball away once they get it. You know, they're not going to risk putting in a cross that might not go in. The only way that ball's going into the back of the net if they can see a movement that is 100% going to work. So they'll be patient with the ball. They'll look for openings, look for opportunities, but they'll wait for that one mistake to pounce on. So look, we can't make any mistakes. So I cannot state enough, one mistake at the back. With a form Romero Lukaku's on, he's going to smash that ball straight into the back of the onion bag. And how are we going to fight back against this team? It's one of those teams, Chelsea, where, look, we did it in pre-season, but pre-season's pre-season. You can't judge pre-season on how we're going to perform this season, especially with the players they were playing. They were only playing some of their youth players, and we were playing arguably our best team in that pre-season friendly. But when you go down to Chelsea, you rarely come back. Because, you know, they're already quite defensive when they're, when it's 0-0. They'll still take their time. But when it's 1-0, they are happy to just pass the ball around at the back all bloody day long. All day long. You know, they won't look for any opportunities if they're 1-0 up. And that's why they win so many games, keeping clean sheets by 1 or 2 goals. Because they are like that. They're a really, really tough team to break down. But like I said a minute ago, if we can work around their mistakes, and if we can pounce on their mistakes, we can win this game. Do I think we'll win this game? Potentially. Honestly, I'm expecting a draw. I'll give my score prediction towards the end of the video. But am I expecting a loss? Probably not. Probably not, in all honesty. I think whether Dyer's injured or not, we've got Romero back in the team. We've got Lo Celso back in the team. Romero back in the team is absolutely massive, right? The type of defender he is the type of defender who is going to work on Lukaku, who's going to constantly keep him back, right? Because you know that Lukaku is going to find a way around the back. Sorry. He's going to find a way around the back. They're going to pass it out wide. They're going to whip in across and he's going to head it into the back of the net. He's done it so many times. But Romero's a very, very aggressive defender. And you've seen it before with aggressive defenders. You saw it last season in Serie A in the Atalanta versus Inter Milan games. He can't seem to get the better of Romero because he's so aggressive. Lukaku likes the type of players who will mark the space, not the player. Who will take the zone, not the player. Romero is the complete opposite, right? Romero's an aggressive defender, constantly staying with his man, getting booked every now and then, but rightly so, because he's taking one for the team. And I think if he can stay with Lukaku, if he can be aggressive with Lukaku, which he won't like, and constantly keep him out, we can keep him at bay. And that's the main man we need to keep at bay. The likes of Mason Mount as well. We can't let him get a breakthrough. Very, very good player, Mason Mount. I really do rate him. And the one thing about Chelsea is they have so many options. You've got Ziyech, Pulisic, Mount, Werner, Lukaku, and that's just up front. They got Kovacic, Kante, Azpilicueta, Alonso, 2 left backs and 2 right backs that they could potentially play. They've got so many talented players and such a brilliant squad depth. So look, it's going to be a very, very tough game. It really is going to be tough this Sunday. The first environmentally friendly game as well for Tottenham. The first environmentally friendly game. If you are going to the game, tell me how it is. Is it going to look a bit different? Because I've heard, from what I've heard, they're going to be selling vegetarian burgers and vegetarian food. Now, look, if I went to the game, which I'm not tomorrow, sadly, but I will go to a game in a couple of weeks. If I was going to the game, I'd be gutted to not be eating a burger. Really would be gutted to not be having a pie or a burger in the stands. And that's just something with me. You go into the football stadiums, you get a bit of grub, you sit down, you watch the training, go to the toilet, watch the game. That's the whole shebang for me, right? The whole shebang of a football match. And one of the biggest things for me is gone this Sunday, but I can completely understand why, completely understand the reasons. But I won't go too in-depth in that because, look, it's the Spurs channel. We're not going to talk about the environment on here. But anyway, back to the point of the video, right? Spurs-Chelsea, massive, massive game. Son's going to be a big factor. Son is going to be an absolute... If we have Son in the team, I really do think we can break him down. I really do think he can link up with Kane once again. But if Son isn't in that team, we're going to lack creativity again. We saw it on Thursday. We saw it last weekend. When you don't have Son, there is no creativity. There's no confidence, right? And look, I think saying there's no confidence is a bit harsh, but there's no one who's really going to push on and try and make something special. Because the way we used to work is someone would be the one who try and make something special, pass it into Kane, Kane would finish it off. No one's attempting to do something. Everything's, every Spurs player is so cautious about losing the ball, and especially they will be tomorrow against a team like Chelsea, that they don't do diddly. And it really is worrying. It really is worrying. So look, as Spurs fans, we've got to hope that Heung-min Son's not injured. Romero back. I said that's going to be a massive factor the way he dealt with Lukaku last season. Dyer, he's out injured as well. Lo Celso, will he play? Potentially. As far as the lineup goes, right? We'll move on to the lineup now. In goal, Lloris. No two ways about it. Galini's alright, but we saw on Thursday he's just not at that Lloris level yet. But he will be when Lloris eventually leaves, and that's why it's a good piece of business. Lloris in goal. Left back, Reguilon. Centre back partnership. You know what? We could go one of two things here. We could continue playing a 4-2-3-1, or we could play a back 5 to match Chelsea. Which, in all honesty, my football manager tactical brain is saying match them with a back 5. Match them with a back 5. Just look at teams when they match the opposition with their lineup, when they have good enough players to do so. You saw it with England, Germany in the summer. That's how they dealt with them. And it's not going to be one of these games where we have all of the ball. It's not going to be one of these games where we can attack. So you know what? Back 5. I'll go with Reguilon as a wing back. I'll go with no Tanganga. That's a big blow. I'll go with Royale at right back. Back 3, Romero, Sanchez, Dyer if he's fit. If there's no Dyer, we're going to have to put Rodon in there and trust that he gets on all right. So, midfield 2, Skip and Højbjerg. Front 3, I'd go with, if he's fit, Heung-min Son. Do I think he'll be fit? Knowing our luck, probably not. So if he's fit, I'll go with Heung-min Son. If he's not fit, look, I want to bring in Brian Hill, but I don't think he's good enough just yet. I don't think he's ready yet. So if Son isn't, you know what, it's Chelsea. I think we give Brian Hill a chance. I do think we give Brian Hill a chance. I think we let him play. Not the 90 minutes, but bring him on or start him in this game. Or, if Son's 75% ready, then, bring him on at half-time. Don't start him with a game and see how Gil gets on. So, Gil on the left wing. If Son is available, Son starts. without a doubt. Kane up top. Right wing's another tough one. You know what? I'm going to have to go with Stevie B. No, scratch that. I'm not going to have to go with Stevie B. I'm going to have to go with... How could I forget Moura? Lucas Moura. This man is incredible. This man is absolute class. He's our best player at the moment. Doesn't get nowhere near enough credit that he deserves. And taking on Reece James down that right-hand side, he's going to batter him like a haddock down the local chip shop. I've already used that reference twice. I quite like that one. But no, he's going to batter him. He's going to get the job done on that right-hand side. Moura for the goals. Come on, you Spurs. That's me line up. This is the video, guys. Big game tomorrow. Massive game. Hope you're just as excited as me. If you are, smash that subscribe button and hit that like button. Also, do leave a comment and let me know your score prediction for tomorrow's game. But this is just about being it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. And as always, come on, you Spurs.